So you want to enter the wearables market and you want to start with a smartwatch. And you want to know which is the best, which is the most stylish, which is the most functional, and which is the best bang for your buck. We're going to give you our list of best Android smartwatches. So who currently owns the smartwatch crown? Well, that's the Moto 360, and here's why. It's sleek and customizable. The Moto 360 was one of the first Android Wear smartwatches announced, and while it took Motorola more than a year to release it, this sleek, circular device has been well received. Featuring a large circular screen that has a sleek brushed metal build and several replaceable bands, the Moto 360 will look great on just about any occasion. On the inside, the processor is older than its competitors and the battery is a little bit on the small side, but still the Moto 360 will last a full day of usage for all but the most active users, and you get wireless charging to boot. With a variety of cool watch faces taking advantage of the round screen and more launching all the time, the Moto 360 is a great choice if style is your biggest priority. Now, for the more sporty among you, you may want to consider the LG G Watch R. The other smartwatch on our list is the G Watch R, and as LG loves to point out, there's no cutout here. The full circular screen is beautiful and everything will look nicer thanks to the 245 pixels per inch. Note that it's higher than Moto 360s. While the Moto 360 has a minimalistic flair, the G Watch will appeal to more fans who like a sport watch feel with its beveled engraved ring and aggressively sculpted body. The G Watch R impresses through its large battery, and the Snapdragon processor inside ensures steady performance. The device ships with a nice leather strap also, but if you don't like that, you can easily swap it out for the standard 22mm strap. Next up is an option that many of you may not know that much about, and it's called the Asus Smartwatch. The Asus Smartwatch has been one of the nicest surprises in the Android Wear ecosystem thus far, thanks to its good specs and stylish design, proving that you can make a rectangular smartwatch that doesn't look geeky. With a smooth, rounded two-tone metallic body and a standard size stitched leather strap, the Zen watch looks sophisticated and timeless. There aren't any bells and whistles on the hardware side, however, but Asus makes it up with the software stack, including some nice watch faces and several interesting Asus features, like the ability to double tap the screen to launch a feature, and all in all, if you don't want a round watch, but you still want style, this looks like your best option. Now next up is the somewhat understated Sony Smartwatch 3. Runners, hikers, and cyclists, you can stop looking. This is the Android Wear watch you need. Sony used its own OS for the previous generations, but embraced Android for Smartwatch 3, and we couldn't be happier with that. The Sony Smartwatch 3 stands out through its onboard GPS module, which lets you track your activities without needing a smartphone that weighs you down. Just as easily, you can connect a pair of Bluetooth sports headphones and enjoy your music straight from the watch. Available in black, white, pink, and lime, the Smartwatch 3 looks as sporty as it acts. The rubber strap is the non-standard, but at least you can swap it out in a few seconds without any tools. The watch is IP68 water resistant and the screen is transflectant LCD, which means you can read it more easily in the sun. All in all, it's a great choice for the active user. Now, for those of you who are a little bit more budget conscious, you may want to consider the LG G Watch. One of the first two reference smartwatches announced in the spring, the LG G Watch has conceded the spotlight to its round sibling, the G Watch R. But don't let that fool you, the unassuming G Watch is still a perfectly capable smartwatch that gives you the exact same functionality like the other entries on our list. The G Watch looks, well, plain. And it's up to you to decide how you feel about an all-black slab with a black rubber strap. It's also devoid of any real bells and whistles. But what the G Watch lacks in flashiness, it makes up for in price. You can get it for $159 at many outlets, but we've seen it as low as $80 as a part of a limited time promo. Perfect for the budget-minded buyer. Thanks for watching, Android Army. My name is Jayce. I'd love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. You don't want to forget about my brothers in Android, Josh, Joe, and the Tech Ninja, Kevin, Lon, and Chris, Gary, and Ash. All working real hard to deliver the best Android content on the web. I did tell you that I would use this part of the show to answer some questions that were in the comments, and a number of people in the past week or two have been asking about the music I've been using in the shows. Well, there's a whole bunch of music, but they're specifically talking about a song called iPad Unbox Magic. and the other one is called Solace, and they're both by a composer named Andrew Gerlicher, and I've linked up his SoundCloud page in below. He's fantastic. I use it with permission. He's a fantastic guy, and go check out his music because he's really talented. I shall see you next week on Android Q&A.